The Zephyrian War Council had never encountered a species quite like humanity. Admiral Vex Thara studied the holographic display showing the human fleet, a motley collection of vessels that looked more like industrial equipment than warships. Her four eyes narrowed in what could only be described as cosmic disappointment. "This is what has been holding back our advance for 3 cycles?" She hissed through her translator. "These garbage haulers?" The Zephyrians had conquered 17 star systems with their reality-bending arsenal. Their quantum disruptors could phase through any shield by existing in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Their temporal cascade cannons fired projectiles that arrived before they were fired, making defense impossible. Their void manipulators literally deleted matter from existence. By all laws of physics and war, humanity should have been extinct within hours of first contact. Yet here they were 3 years later, still very much alive and increasingly irritating. Captain Sarah Chen received the tactical briefing aboard the UES Determination, humanity's flagship that had started life as a mining vessel. "Same as always, Captain," reported her XO. "They're bringing the physics-breaking toys." "And we're bringing the duct tape and spite," Chen replied, checking her coffee, a beverage that had become legendary among alien species for its apparent ability to fuel impossible human feats. "Status on Project Paperclip. Engineering says it's ready. They also say it violates several safety protocols and at least 3 natural laws." "Perfect. That means it's properly human." The Zephyrian fleet advanced with ceremonial precision. Admiral Vexithara activated her quantum disruptors, watching with satisfaction as the reality-phasing beams lanced toward the human ships. The beams should have passed through dimensions, bypassing shields entirely. Instead, they struck what appeared to be a massive metallic net stretched between asteroids. "What is that?" Vexthara demanded. Her science officer consulted multiple instruments, all displaying error messages. "It appears to be chicken wire, Admiral, covered in aluminum foil. Somehow it's disrupting our quantum phase variance by creating a Faraday cage in 17 dimensions simultaneously." Vexthara's confusion deepened. "How is primitive metal mesh affecting our quantum technology?" We're not sure. Our computers keep showing the same result. This shouldn't work. But it does. The humans appear to have jury-rigged a multi-dimensional interference pattern using materials available at any hardware store. Frustrated, Vexithera ordered the temporal cascade cannons to fire. These weapons were their pride, projectiles that traveled backward in time to strike targets before the command to fire was even given. The temporal energy built up, reality warped, and the chronoton-infused shells raced backward through time toward the human fleet, where they struck a series of mirrors. "Admiral," her science officer's voice had taken on a distinctly strained quality, "the humans have somehow created a temporal reflection using mirrors. Standard optical mirrors arranged in a specific pattern. Our backwards-firing projectiles are being reflected back to us, also backward in time." The Zephyrian flagship shuddered as it was struck by its own weapons, fired 5 minutes in the future. "How?" Vexithara's voice was barely a whisper. "They've turned temporal mechanics into a game of cosmic billiards, Admiral. Our science team is requesting immediate psychological counseling." In desperation, Vexithara deployed their ultimate weapon, the void manipulators. These devices didn't just destroy matter, they removed it from existence entirely, creating absolute nothingness. The void beams lanced out toward the human fleet, reality itself seeming to flinch away from the approaching non-existence. They struck what appeared to be a collection of household vacuum cleaners, all running in reverse. "What is happening?" Vexithara screamed. Her science officer had begun rocking back and forth. "The humans have somehow convinced the universe that vacuum cleaners running backward create positive existence. They're literally sucking the void out of our void beams using domestic appliances." Captain Chen watched the alien fleet's increasing confusion with grim satisfaction. "Humans," she announced to her crew, "have one advantage that no alien species has ever accounted for. We're too stupid to know when something is impossible." She keyed her comm to address the enemy fleet directly. "Admiral Vexithara, this is Captain Chen. We've studied your technology extensively. It's very impressive, reality-bending, law-defying, absolutely impossible by any reasonable standard." "Then how are you defeating it?" came the frustrated reply. "Because we're not reasonable. You brought weapons that break physics. We brought weapons that physics forgot to account for. Your quantum disruptors assume that matter behaves logically. Our chicken wire doesn't care about logic. Your temporal weapons assume causality matters. Our mirrors reflect whatever hits them, including impossibility. Your void manipulators create perfect nothingness. Our vacuum cleaners are designed to suck up anything, including abstract concepts. The human captain took a sip of her coffee and continued. You see, Admiral, your weapons are precisely engineered to break specific laws of physics. But humans? We specialize in finding the loopholes the universe never thought to close. We turn bugs into features. We make duct tape hold together things that were never meant to exist in the same reality. On the Zephyrian flagship, Admiral Vexithera stared at her displays showing impossible readings. Her science officer had now formed a support group with the navigation crew. What do you want? She finally asked. Same thing we've always wanted, Chen replied. To be left alone to do our weird human things in peace. We'll keep our impossibly working solutions to ourselves, and you can go find someone more reasonable to conquer. As the Zephyrian fleet retreated, one final transmission came from the human flagship. Oh, and Admiral, the coffee helps. The universe runs on coffee and stubbornness, and humans have an unlimited supply of both. Vexithera made a note in her personal log. Species 47332, humans. Classification, avoid at all costs. Their technology works specifically because it shouldn't, and they're somehow proud of this. In the distance, the human fleet continued its patrol, held together by determination, ingenuity, and what appeared to be an alarming amount of tape.